The personal animosity in this rivalry is off the charts. And now it's come to this, a street fight. No disqualifications, no countouts. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. And now the match has started. They lock up, they trade shots, and now Shawn Michaels is beating the hell out of Chris Jericho. And Y2J wisely rolls to the outside because there is a vengeful Heartbreak Kid on the loose. Tries to drive him into the ring post. And no pun intended, but this feud is breaking down, and this match is breaking down here at Breakdown. You see the DDT on the steel steps outside. Rolling Jericho back in now, and a series of elbows from Shawn Michaels. He is on fire right now. This crowd knows they're in for a treat, but they also know they're in for seeing something brutal. You can see Michaels driving both feet into the chest of Jericho, going to wind him as Michaels now goes to the top rope, maybe looking for that elbow early on, but instead Jericho there to meet him. A punch to the groin, no DQ remember, and now drops him. Almost like a Celtic cross-like maneuver from Jericho, and now it's his turn to drive an elbow into the chest. Bulldog from Jericho. Jericho took exception to the way that Shawn Michaels won his last high-profile match by faking an injury, but he's not faking the beating that he's taken so far. Jericho misses the Lion Salt and, well, didn't fake that landing. Got knocked the hell out with a Shawn Michaels right hand. But Michaels that springboard moonsault! Acai moonsault from the Heartbreak Kid. And now here comes the weapons. Table being brought into play and set up on the outside. I don't like the looks of this for Jericho, but let's take a look back at that beautiful Acai moonsault from Shawn Michaels. Connects with a sickening thud. I think the knee of Michaels actually hit the skull of Jericho on the way down. Jericho in trouble. Well, I was about to say he's in trouble, but now he's got a weapon of his own, and there's that Singapore cane to the skull, and now the stomach, and again off the skull of Michaels. Jericho using that cane to whip HBK into shape. Remember that Shawn Michaels is probably still feeling the effects of having his head driven through the Geritron on the highlight reel a couple of weeks ago. And not only that, last week Michaels had a first blood match with The Undertaker, so he is not 100%. And he just got dropped with a DDT onto that road sign out there, and there is no give whatsoever. And you can see Jericho has set up those two steel chairs. Look at the height and the vertical brainbuster on those two steel chairs. He goes in for the cover, but a kick out by Michaels just in the nick of time. But HBK tries to get back into it, and there's a neck breaker. Tries to create some separation at least. But you can tell that the damage has already been done to the head of Shawn Michaels. But he's going after Jericho with that flying forearm and kips up. But you can see he's still groggy. Nevertheless, they're in their street attire for this street fight here at Breakdown. Michaels on the top, but Jericho back to his feet. Goes for some sort of axe handle, but Jericho caught it, goes for the walls, but Michaels tries to use that leg strength, and Jericho falls to the outside, but right on that table. But Michaels on the top rope. Oh my God! Shawn Michaels risking life and limb, driving his body through the table, through Jericho. Look at this again. From the top, right to the floor. Comes crashing down with that body splash. And here comes a ladder into the mix. Michaels now goes right after Jericho. Tries to lift him up. To no avail, but the second time was the charm. Suplex on that steel ladder. No give whatsoever. Jericho. I don't know if he fully prepared for the mood that Michaels is going to be in here tonight. They're on the steel steps, for God's sake. And the goddamn pile driver. driving Jericho, spiking him into the steel steps. That could have broken his neck. Take a look at this again. Right onto that steel. Jericho. Oh, look at that. And that's done it. That has busted him open. The crimson mask, the blood pouring out of the skull of Jericho as Michaels hits him with that vintage elbow from the top rope. This crowd doesn't know what to make of this. I think they're in shock. We knew it was going to be brutal. We knew it was going to be bloody. But I don't think we expected it to be this brutal, this bloody. Goes for the sweet chin music. But Jericho with a code breaker. In for the cover. But a kick out by HBK. That may have been Jericho's last shot. He is covered in blood. What more does he have to do? And drives that trash can into the spine of Michaels. Remember, Michaels has had a surgically repaired back. Jericho, a bloody mess, is eyeing up this ladder with evil intentions. But there it is! Sweet chin music right under the jaw of Jericho. And now there is blood pouring all over this announce table out here as Michaels goes after Y2J, placing him on the announce table. And where the hell is Michaels going? Jericho is out. Oh, for the love of God, look at that. He must be about 20 feet in the air. For the love of God, Sean, don't do it. Oh my God. Driving his body through the announce table, but Jericho moved. And Jericho seizes his opportunity. He's got a barbed wire bat, for God's sake, and right off the skull. And that's done it. That has busted open Michaels, and you can see now, raking that razor wire across the bloody skull of HBK. Who may have, well, he could have broken his back again. Take a look at this, 20 feet, crashing through the table. Jericho moved out of the way, otherwise it would have been over for him. And now look at this. He has ripped the shirt off the back of Michaels and is now whipping that bare back skin on a razor wire. Michaels is done for God's sake, somebody better stop this. 3 power bombs in a row onto the steel sign. And now chair shot after chair shot after chair shot. Michaels is unresponsive. And oh, for the love of God, no. Oh, please, don't do this. I know it's personal. But even this is too far! Oh my God! And he's bleeding again from the mouth as well this time. That's a sign of internal injuries. Just end it, for God's sake. Nah! Oh, Jesus! Steel steps into the spine of Michaels. Would somebody stop the damn match? Jericho has proved his point, and he is still beating up Michaels, and again working on that throat which he stomped in the steel chair. This is disturbing to watch. And now the walls of Jericho have been locked in. This has been a brutal fight. I don't think Michaels is even conscious. Can the referee just call it, please? There we go. It's all over. And after this assault, Jericho, in my opinion, has made sure that Michaels will not be seen for a very long time.